Where? Oh, where'd Mikey go? What you doing, silly Mike?
Said the button said join voice, and I
Derp.
clicked, and it moved me to the other. I
uh,
thought it was the voice for this channel.
here's a silly bee.
Uh, uh,
Okami.
Oh god, Lorgan, your notification is blocking my speedometer.
the worst video or whatever.
Yee.
I mean, you're definitely right. Sony cannot touch Microsoft right now.
No, they can't, and they're trying to screw over the deal because they're so desperately afraid of Microsoft having, of them not being able to do quote unquote exclusives for Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I think the thing about Sony is like they leaned for a few
Hey,
years, like
friendly.
people, um, I think for many years people like put so much emphasis on like exclusive. That's the only reason to buy a console. It's like no, like consoles can have like a good social network. It can have good like networking in general, good discounts and deals. You know, just
That's what
stuff like
Xbox
that.
has always focused on.
Yeah, like Xbox kind of started to falter on exclusives towards the end of the Xbox 360 and like the beginning of the Xbox One. But like honestly, they've pulled it back pretty well. Halo Infinite, the single player is, I can't say much on it, but they screwed up the single player for Halo, but like the multiplayer, they've been doing great. They've had a lot of second party studio games. Like the Forza series, dude, it's one of the most popular. It's arguably probably like one of the most popular racing series
I'd
right
say it
now.
is. Hey, Kiba, how are you? But I still want to play Crash Team Racing again, the newer one, but it's not on PC, and
It's not?
I do not want to get it for Switch, even though more of my friends have Switches. I'd rather get it on Xbox or PC.
Yeah. Um, it's actually kind of sad. Sony just shut down their that like whatever feature it was that lets you play like some PS4 games on the PS5. They just shut that down.
Ah. Alright, well, enjoy your stay, Kiba. You're welcome to join in the voice call if you wish to.
Ah.
You
Um.
probably have seen Kiba in some of the events.
Yeah.
He's a good bee. Doom goes the flower fluff.
Yeah. The Forza Horizon series has been great because it has the open world appeal and like it has like oddly RPG stats, which I enjoy a lot.
E.
Also, again, it just runs and looks amazing. I
Yeah.
get 60 FPS on a Steam Deck. That's crazy.
Yep. And yes, it is Jewel, Kiba. It's Jewel and Mikey. Wah. Now we're gonna do the Gale Shrine. Now here's the funny thing. On the Steam Deck, have you done Vibrant Deck yet? For the
No.
mod? It makes some of these games that like Okami pop so much. It almost looks like it's a fucking OLED.
I kind of wish the Steam Deck had an OLED screen, but I also like I have yet to properly experience an OLED besides like maybe 10 minutes with the Switch OLED. And honestly, I'm content with standard LCD panels. It's just I don't know, it seems like OLED is just so much more expensive and it's just like kind of mediocre results for the expense, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you're spending in a lot of cases like an extra 50% just to get true black.
Well, here's the thing. I plan on going for a TV with I want to get a 4K OLED with 120 hertz refresh rate, actual, and on top of this, I intend to have it. Uh, also, I want it to have minimal lag, among other things. Because and it's the less lag is important because I like to play with wireless controllers.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you? You look ugly.
I honestly, one of the things I do hope to see get more popular uh, in the coming years is streaming games. I feel like that'll be an interesting like branch of gaming in a few years. It's just right now like the biggest clown show, Stadia, just totally ruined the perception of game streaming.
Well, here's the thing. Game streaming can be good if it's done right and you have a good internet connection.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Microsoft is the example.
Yeah, Microsoft is like oddly underground with the xCloud right now, which makes sense. They're like they don't want to be on public display while they're in beta.
And
So they're doing the smart thing.
And besides, here's a cool thing about that. Oh, looky, it's a exorcism arrow key. Fine. But the important thing, though, that is going to be hard for me to find is a television that respects the old aspect ratios and everything for old hardware.
Oh, like lets you play in 4x3?
Yes. Because
Yeah.
keep in mind, I have that entire rack of consoles that I actually stream from now and then. If I didn't have Okami HD, I'd probably be streaming this from an actual PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I think with Microsoft, their main thing is going to be the fact that where Stadia fucked up is the fact that like once Stadia shut down, you don't have your library anymore.
Yeah.
Or your save files.
You do have it.
Yep. So if xCloud ever goes down, you can just buy a PC or Xbox and you'll have all your stuff.
Hello, Felix.
Bro.
Let's make it suffer.
I'll be completely honest. When Google Stadia shut down, a bunch of my friends were talking about it. They're like, "Oh man, I feel bad for all the people who are like losing their save files and like are losing the like the games they played and the like maybe the friends they made on there. Like maybe they won't be able to play games together anymore." I'm like, dude, the writing was on the walls ever since it got announced that
Google shuts down everything that people even come close to liking.
Well, even if it's not just that, people forget that I think Google has gotten used to YouTube in that
you don't have to
just
touch
succeeded. Well, like yeah, it just succeeded, right? Like they didn't have to do anything. It just
They
was a
didn't start
success.
it either. It
Mhm.
wasn't them who made it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that they sort of just came into YouTube as a success,
Yeah.
and so they're not used to like their company having to like work on things and like make them good.
Oh.
And
I can confirm this.
so like we know they have a history of doing this, so why would you buy into Stadia knowing this? There's literally a website called the Google Graveyard.
Oh shit, I use a bomb to go up the elevator.
Yep.
And it sucks it up like a sphincter.
It eat
Sphincter.
it.
Bombed, bitch!
Oh my gosh, yep.
And maybe in the future, game streaming will help like bring the cost of hardware down.
Well, here's the thing. Hardware is gets cheaper anytime, all the time. When you compare to the prices you had previously, it's not too bad. And here's the thing. The Xbox Series S is actually a pretty damn good deal.
Oh yeah, the consoles are in a great place right now in terms of cost.
Granted, Nintendo needs to just suck it up and start actually making some hardware with some beef. I know people might disagree with me on that, but oh well.
Maybe. I don't know. Nintendo has like they've only ever done weak hardware, so like I don't expect them to change.
Actually, no. They did some more powerful hardware, like the Super Nintendo, the N64. GameCube wasn't bad either, but I think it was mostly
okay. Maybe for the time they were making some pretty good shit, but like, I feel like the the insanely fast development of consoles since the since the N64 and the SNES. I mean, consider that in just like the last, let's just say 10 years, like just how insane like the demands for like cooling a system are, right? Like you didn't even have to like cool down the hardware back then. But within a few short years, you started having to cool the shit down with fans and a bunch of heat sinks and all that. Um, and when that started happening, when that like demand for like proper cooling started, Nintendo just sort of that's when they really just let everyone else start getting really high end systems with a really like high power draw and everything. And they were just like, we're just gonna make meek little systems that play nice little games, and it's gonna do it with low power.
Yeah, but I want them to stop focusing on gimmicks. Like, here's the thing: the Switch is an excellent idea. Yes, awesome. I love the idea in principle, but goddamn, is that thing uncomfortable to hold after holding the Steam Deck?
I know it's like once you hold the Steam Deck, you're like, God, this is tiny.
Yeah, my roommate hates the Switch because of that. He refuses to play on it, even if he might be slightly interested in one of the games.
That's a very petty reason to do so. if you
It's
ask me.
because it's uncomfortable to hold. This guy
I wouldn't
has
say that's betting.
no. He has polydactyl. He has huge, not polydactyl, arachnodactyl. Huge hands.
Then don't play it in handheld mode.
Yeah, but that's an entire half of the mode. Like half of this gimmick is the switching to handheld. Like, you know, that's like part of the reason you're buying the Switch is that it's a handheld and dockable sta I cannot see anything.
I
Um,
never play it in handheld mode myself.
Can't see
yeah, but
anything.
I
like,
always play it in console mode.
I'm playing a fog level and I don't remember how to turn off my headlights.
Oh,
Nope, that's classical music.
big windmill.
The windmill place. Ah, yes. Uh,
Oh, my hopes is that game streaming will introduce more competition to the market, especially with like hopefully with PC, and hopefully make PC gaming like kind of put a stranglehold on manufacturers and be like, listen, PC gamers have alternatives. You better start fixing your shit.
Shut up,
game streaming will
Eason!
never- Game streaming will never be good as long as internet service providers continue to have a chokehold on internet.
I agree, though I will say game streaming can become bearable with some like the xCloud is bearable because you pay for the service and you get access to a bunch of games on top of it.
Yeah, here's
Which
the
is
thing.
like
That's why it's viable. That's why Stadia sucked. You don't
Yeah.
get the games
Exactly.
included.
Yeah, and it's like again, the latency isn't going to be great, but it can become bearable when it's like, you know what? I can deal with like my games kind of having some issues running because I get, you know, I can just play a huge library of really like, you know, big titles
Mhm.
and you know, yeah, the latency is not going to be the best, but you know, I can just play the games.
Well, I mean, like, for instance, when Stadia was being unveiled, like at a game developers conference, I got a chance to play it as one of the first few people,
And it
and
sucked.
its games ran like garbage. And the reason for that was because, despite purchasing the best possible internet they could possibly purchase in the entire state, they didn't have good connection.
Ooh, we
Yeah.
get a new constellation.
And I told that to a person at the stand, and they're like, "Oh, you're overblowing it. It's not going to be a big deal. Everyone will have good internet."
That's when you just laugh. Comcast laughed. I laughed. The salesman laughed. Comcast laughed.
Hmm.
Like, honestly, I really think that Comcast needs to be forced. All companies need to be forced to offer good internet. They must be forced to upgrade things to modern standards, and they must be forced to no longer charge extra for overages. You cannot have data caps ever.
Yeah, at this point, with how many people are just with how internet connected everything is. I mean, for God's sake, like honestly, like
Internet's a
without
human
you,
right at this point.
Yeah.
It's no
Yeah, like-
longer a luxury.
without using a computer, without using the internet,
Apply for
try
a
to
job.
go get a job.
Yeah, no, not a chance.
I
Not-
remember
it's not
when I
gonna
was like
happen.
when I was 16, so 5 years ago, my grandmother was like pushing me to go get a job, and she drove me up to a grocery store, and she had me get all nicely dressed, and they're like, yeah, it's like this is really important for a job interview, and I'm like, Grandma, they're just gonna tell us to go apply online, and then we get there, and they're like, why are you here? Just go apply online,
Oh,
and I'm like, I mean, God, we have an entire generation that genuinely thinks that you can still just walk into a business, ask for a job, do an interview at the same day, and leave with a job.
No,
It's kind of funny.
it's you can't do that anymore.
yeah, you just can't.
Okami is just such a beautiful game.
It is a masterpiece.
The fact that it's undersold so much is criminal.
Absolutely. Like this, yeah, no. There's nothing else like it, in my opinion. People like called it a Zelda killer back in the day. It is its own thing.
I'm gonna be honest, I've not once seen I've not seen probably more than 5 minutes of gameplay of Okami. What in the world is it?
Okami, just go ahead. It's currently on the Twitch channel if you want to see.
Yeah, I'll probably pop in soon.
That said, basically think of it this way. You play as a wolf incarnation of the Japanese goddess Amaterasu, and you go on a little adventure where you use your paintbrush tail to use basically magic. The entire
Mermaid
game is a
magic?
huh?
Don't disregard me. Just continue.
Basically, the thing is, the entire game is styled after Japanese paintings. Like,
I've seen that much. It is a very pretty game.
it is fucking gorgeous. Not to mention, it's made by the same people who did Beautiful Joe, and went on to go do Bayonetta as well. We're talking about those crazy fucks.
Yep.
Woo!
Not to mention the characters are just so memorable. The thing is, it goes through it has different Japanese folktales woven in as part of its story. Like the main one is basically the story of Yamato no Orochi. Basically the big Durgan.
Yep, the seven-headed serpent.
8 heads.
Oh, it was 8. That's right.
Okay, it's almost 2:30. I'm actually gonna head out and get ready for bed.
Have a good nap, Jewel.
Ah.
By the way, in case I didn't say it already, Kiba, yeah, it's some people still forget that Stadia was even a thing. I got the bead.
Yeah, nice. That is the
Great.
one thing I never did in this game. The only challenge I never completed.
Because it's bullshit.
Oh, I got every single bead except for the final one.
Was it missable?
No, it wasn't. It's just that you had to win a very extremely difficult race. Which is lethal if you fail.
Yes, game, I see, I realize.
But yeah, no, actually finding the rest of the beads is actually pretty easy if you know what you're looking for.
Well, here's the thing, I could always cheat for that part. Like, honestly, if my fingers simply can't do it, I just have no shame in cheating. I freely admit. That's the
That
only
is the
reason that
only
I was able to
okay.
finish Cave Story, because my fingers could not beat the Bloodstained Sanctuary. I gave it a good try. I got through every other challenge for the true ending, save up to that point. And God, it was agonizing. I actually broke a controller doing it. The
Oh,
first
God.
time I ever broke a controller. And at the last point, I went like, fuck it. I'm setting my health, manually setting my health high enough so that I can not get insta-killed by the stupid spikes. Because the
Fair.
spikes don't have a kill flag, they only deal slightly more than your health can ever be.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it was insane, Kiba. And hey, Scrungly, how are you?
I am scrungling as ever.
How'd you like that Legend of PP?
I did not watch it.
You should. It's very scrungly.
You say that. I watched it. Did not see any scrungly and was immediately disappointed, so I left.
The cat was scrungly.
I didn't see a cat.
The Legend of PP? It's a cat kingdom. Girl.
Yee.
But yeah, I never got this far in the game.
Oh, well. I definitely look forward to seeing you complete it.
Going to
Only
be
gets
nice.
better as far as I'm concerned. Earned. Ooh. Okay.
I have a pillar in my camera.
Whoops.
Right, where are we going? There are goodies all around.
Mm-hmm.
And Amy sounds like they're getting bored. Yep, hello, Techno. That is indeed a cute pooch. Also, I've almost never used the actual items. I feel bad.
Feel bad, like most people don't. They're useful, but there's not really a need to use them.
Indeed.
Well, actually, there's one specific spot, and it's basically like a Cave of 1,000 Trials type thing.
Oh, God.
It's for the second to last bead.
Hey, rats.
But it's at the literal end of the game, so, like...
It's just sitting on the feed bag.
oh my gosh.
That was funny. Like, this is legitimately the kind of game that I'd probably come damn close to 100%ing.
Mm-hmm.
But 100%ing any game is hard, especially when it has mini games. My bane.
To be fair, this one's very gentle with its 100%ing requirements, honestly.
Except for that fucking race.
That race is the one exception.
You know the worst thing is? My dad managed to 100% Crash Team Racing.
Holy moly,
And
I
his
had
hands
that.
were going out.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah. He also 100%ed all the Spyro games and most of the Ratchet and Clank games.
Wow.
He was also playing through the Tomb Raider games when I grew up and even beat Angel of Darkness for PC.
Holy moly.
And if you know anything about that, you'll know that is absolute fucking hell. Not
Oh
only
my
is the
God.
game kind of lackluster, but it also is incredibly unstable. And my dad beat it.
My gosh, that man's got some respect for me for that. I will not deny.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, later on after I'd moved out and I'd visited a bit, I found him playing on the PlayStation 3 with copies of the Tomb Raider games and everything. And he was playing through them again, and he asked me to help because his hands couldn't do it anymore, and I'm getting a reminder of what's going to happen to my hand.
Oh.
Oh, I'm a fucking moron. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, this part's a little difficult with jumping across those. I remember having to try a couple times.
Oh, bugger.
The infinite trouble of depth perception.
Well, here's the thing. If you know something specific about Tomb Raider, it makes it a lot easier to deal with. Everything in that game is grid-based. Her jump is meant to go like 1 or 2 squares or something. Or different kind of movements are meant to go a certain number of squares. If you keep that in mind, maneuvering becomes calculated.
Fair enough.
And here's the thing, guess what? Those old Tomb Raider games, they play easier on the Steam Deck and Linux than they do otherwise because you have extra tools for compatibility.
That makes sense. But yeah, with this game, like, the race is really the only part that I find completely unbeatable. The combat trial is brutal, but it is doable.
It can be, I understand that, Kiba.
Yes.
Well, I remember there was a voodoo wrapper I tried to use for Windows Techno. It just wasn't worth it. The Steam Deck just makes, like, the tools available on Linux for some of those old games are just better. Because it has things where, like, it has a Steam compatibility tool you can use that just it downloads the replacement game engines and just puts it in place for you. Well, here's the thing. What I want is a Steam Controller 2.0 with all the inputs of the Steam Deck. That would be a godlike controller for PC. It's going to be boss time.
Ah.
Be right back.
No worries. Bye. Makes sense. It's good that you've been able to get the passion and time back for it. Oh, I believe it. Without a doubt. I remember. Hopefully, there's been at least some progress on that. I
Oh,
won't ask
it's
specifics,
fine.
obviously.
It's something it's something we can deal with now.
Okay, that's good to hear, at least.
Yeah, 2 extra buttons, but keep in mind it also has both analog sticks, 2 touchpads. The touchpads detect whether you're touching them. The gyro's better. It's just better. It's just a refinement on it. All right, here we go.
Let's see.
It's a crystal berry.
Yeah. Yep. Ah.
Yeah, the Steam Deck is a amazing piece of tech. Like, one of my friends seemed to be poo-pooing on it a bit because it didn't have some of the extra things that he might want, and was saying the GDP that the new GDP system would be better. But honestly, that thing's too small and it doesn't look ergonomic. Not to mention costs more, among other things. Like, here's the thing: you don't need all the tech to be good enough.
Do not remember which boss this was, but I am curious to see. Ah, yes, this bugger. Hmm. Yep. This is the guy all those dogs were fighting for so long.
Oh, I know what I need to do.
Oh. Yep.
Charge me, I dare ya!
Yeah. Nice. Aw.
This is actually a more fun boss than the stupid spider lady.
Yeah. Crimson Helm's a lot more fun to fight than the Spire Queen. Of course, it helps that they give you, like, what is it, 7 free hits, I think?
Well, that didn't last long, did it?
Nicely done.
Ah, stage 2. Oh, it's the Susanoo stage.
Yep. Time to make a hero.
It's an odd way to explain those godlike exploits of normal people.
Yep. All they need is a little bit of confidence. Good.
The fact that you get hit, that he gets more and more confident with that is what's the cool part.
Oh yeah.
Because he starts to believe in himself and actually just gets better.
Exactly.
Well, he's realized it now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Crimson Helm's just going like, what is this buffoon?
Yep. Also, again, I will point out, Oat, those dogs have been fighting Crimson Helm this whole time. And they're not even gods. They're just dogs.
No. As in, they realize that one of the gods is fucking with them, and they don't realize it's the fluffy doggy.
Yep. Oh, man.
You can tell he kind of just wants him to be a normal guy, though.
my every step. You okay?
That was the mistake.
Hmm. Oh. Someone heard you.
Words are powerful. Words are dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
A new rosary.
Yes. Properly spiky.
Spike for that extra punishment. Derp.
Ah, yes, good old Waka.
Monkey. Yeah.
They do a good job of making a unlikable character with him.
He's meant to be annoying as fuck.
Exactly.
So it's kind of on brand for Clover.
Oh, absolutely.
My character traits is supposed to act out. Annoying? That's it? Nothing else at all? Okay then.
Yep.
It's like, peace out, bitch!
Yep. Yep. So many doggos.
And out we go.
Yep. I think if I remember correctly, there's an optional quest where you can spar with them.
Maybe. Wouldn't surprise me.
I remember they're actually pretty strong, all things considered. For dogs. Also, I'm not sure if you unlock it at a certain point, but I believe I remember a way to equip like a sub-weapon or something.
You know, I'm kind of glad that I switched to doing 1080p 30 rather than 720p 60.
It does look quite nice, honestly.
He goes and assumes it's the sake. It must be the sake. Oh no. Bad Isun.
My.
Dirty.
That's a tiny bug, but with such a mind. Boo.
Tiny bug with the libido of a giant, apparently.
Yep.
Way.
Uh. Bonk. Yes.
How do you get these out of the water?
There was a way. Oh, I think you slice them. The thing should float to the top.
Now I feel fucking stupid.
Yep.
Alright, there's a bunch of them I need to go back and get in there. Bonk you soon with the horny bat. The horny bat. Little, 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 little. So I'm pondering if I should go out and play Mass Effect eventually, because I never did.
Trilogy?
Yeah.
It's a worthwhile play, I'd say. Gameplay shifts radically from the first to the second two, but
Even in the trilogy setup?
yes, even in a trilogy. It's just because one's gameplay is so radically different than 2 and 3.
What, like better gunplay?
Uh, More like shifted emphasis from the role-playing and stat part to the gunplay. It's not necessarily better or worse, it's just dependent on what you like as your play style.
Huh, okay. So be
Yeah,
prepared for gameplay whiplash, is what you're saying.
from the 1 to 2 jump, yes. 2 to 3 are about the same in the terms of their style.
So now I have double beads.
Yep. You can shoot beads from your mouth now.
Pew 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 pew.
Yep. Yeah, Trilogy doesn't change much, it's just quality of
Quick
life
question.
changes.
Can I play with a controller on the PC version?
You should be able to.
Because originally you couldn't.
That's surprising considering that the whole thing was originally made for consoles.
Yeah, during that era, there were times when developers wouldn't include controller support for the PC version. They were like, "Oh, they're not gonna use it. They're just gonna use a mouse and keyboard." My wrists say otherwise, motherfuckers. Fucking cunts.
I'm sorry, but a third-person shooter needs a controller.
No, I think all games need controller support.
Oh
Flat out.
yeah, agreed.
Including Diablo-style games.
Yeah, I can
Especially
agree with
them.
that.
Also, MMOs have no excuse anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy XIV was made with controller support in mind. And that's an MMO.
Final Fantasy 1 does too, and you can play both of those on the Steam Deck, by the way.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that, Techno. I couldn't figure it out years ago, which is why I never played them. Because by the time I took interest in the game, my wrists were already having issues.
Ouch. Ah, okay, the trilogy has Steam input support. That's what I would expect.
Yeah. Or I could just, like, you know, save money and just play it through Game Pass on my Xbox.
Whatever works best for you.
Because it's technically on Game Pass. Like, I have Game Pass for an entire another year because I got the Xbox All Access.
Ah.
Boing!
Woo! I do love the Vine Whip.
Ha 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 ha!
Yeah, I'll fully admit I actually, despite the fact that 14 does have the controller support, I prefer it on mouse and keyboard.
Hey, if that's what you prefer. I just find it
It's
to
just
be
my
more
own
comfortable
style.
that way.
Oh yeah, a lot of people I know prefer the controller, honestly.
Honestly, I also feel that shooters do need to have aim assist, as much as PC gamers hate it,
Agreed.
because that helps make those games playable. But you can't make it to the like. There was one game I played where it felt like it was just locking me on like a fucking aimbot, and I'm going like, I can't play this anymore, and I stopped playing.
Yeah, when the aim assist is too strong, it's a problem.
Yeah, it like was super strong. Like I'm going like this is what's the phrase? Rango Bird. That is stupid, Techno. Oh my god. Oh, just imagine this. What if Dark Souls auto-dodged for you?
Gosh, that's... Oh. Oh, I don't even want to think of that.
Like, what's the fucking point, then?
Mm. Oh, yeah. Forspoken was a disaster in every way, shape, and form. It, it looks pretty, but that's literally its only good side.
Like, I understand that not all of us like being fucking smoked constantly, but come on.
Mm-hmm.
Da, dun, 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 dun. Yen. The Whopper's only 5,000 yen. Isn't like $50? That's a lot of fish for $50.
Yeah?
Like, when it comes to things like that, you just really need to have it so that it needs to be good enough that it closes the gap for mechanical power, but it can't be something that's feels. I don't know the phrase. Rangober, where?
Rally brain empty.
Head empty, no thought. Also, I don't think I'm ever going to get a PS5.
Same.
Because honestly, Sony has shown they're going to be putting putting their games on PC.
Yep. I'm glad for that, honestly.
Because here's the thing, I don't really have that much of an interest in Sony consoles anymore.
It's never been about the consoles for me. It's always been about the games.
Yeah,
You
and
can have the most powerful console in the world, but if it doesn't have good games, it's not going to interest me.
I don't think there's anything else I'm missing here.
Ah.
Well, that kind of makes it pointless to have it, doesn't it? In Forspoken.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing: if you have your game on PlayStation, I think you need to make your PlayStation, your PC option also able to use the DualSense vibration, because people can buy the DualSense for PC too. And Sony apparently even makes the DualSense work properly on the PC with their own titles.
I think I saw a buried chest in that last house.
Eh?
Looked like there was the handle of it poking out of the ground. Right
Where?
near the door.
You're right.
My apologies. I don't remember all the details, but I've played through the game enough to notice stuff.
Usually it's easier to see him at night.
Oh yeah, I can imagine since they kind of have a bit of a glow.
Alright, there we go. Zoomy, zoomy, zoomy. By the way, Felix, have you been playing any SS13 lately?
Fortunately, not for a long time now.
Hmm. Are you getting dragged around by those friends again, I guess?
Eh, multiple people and also multiple things.
Oh, doing okay?
It's a little tough, if I'll admit. Not because of any one person, but mostly because I'm facing down a potential, well, major change in my life.
Oh?
There is a chance I might be moving out sometime within the next few months.
Ah, to live on your own for the first time?
Not exactly. There's a very close friend who is providing a very good roommate agreement.
I'm hoping it's not under duress.
It is not, no. Well,
Okay, that's good.
not from their end. It's on my end, definitely.
Just needing more space?
I need to get away from my parents. They're a nightmare.
So that's one of the troubles.
Yep.
Are you comfortable
Mhm.
talking about it?
Uh, for a to a little old degree. It's kind of complicated, really. I've never had a good relationship with them.
Is it kind of like the usual boomer thing?
Absolutely. That is exactly what it is. They've always been a nightmare, and that's just
Hey, Foxer, how are
life.
you? Well, I hope that you feel more comfortable and are able to have more free time and things like that when you move out.
That is absolutely the hope. More comfortable, a chance at a new job in a new area. Someone that even if I have to live with them, at very least they're not going to be interfering on my business every 5 minutes.
If they're not up in your grill, that's amazing.
Exactly.
Bonk.
Yeah. Yep. Of course, it means a lot of difficult planning and a bit of sacrifice too.
This is your first time moving away from home?
Absolutely.
Well, if you need to talk about things or help figuring things out, let me know.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it.
A lot of your other friends are probably more than happy to help too.
Yes. They've been extremely supportive. Honestly, the hardest part is going to be I have a real life friend who I probably won't be able to see due to distance. But I am at least hoping that he'll accept my decision in life for the better.
I'm just gonna shoot those things, shoot the prayer beads out of my mouth.
Machine gun doggo. Honestly, I love all the secondary weapon interactions in this game. Gives them all some use. Hmm. Ah.
See you later, Kiba. Sleep well.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Oh man. I remember I even had the instruction manual for this game.
I have several.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's
Well
because I
then.
have it on PS1, not PS1, PS2, PS3, and Wii.
Well, dang. Yeah, it sounds like you actually bought the game as many times as I did.
Well, my sister bought it twice. I got it on the Wii, and then I got it here on Steam.
My goodness.
Oh, the foxes are getting blown away.
Yep.
The great bingo.
Yep. Doggo can dig.
Mini game time.
Yep. I always enjoy the digging mini games. Those are fun. Oh yeah, I think the bulbs you have to bloom. Maybe that wasn't it. Oh, no, it was the blooming them. Naked doggo.
How do I get past those ones?
Yep. The black ones you can't break.
How do I get them back up?
I think he'll jump over them if there's a wide gap.
No, he won't.
Oh, I guess not. Okay, yeah, you might have to, like, full reset if you get stuck in those.
That is horseshit.
Yeah, it's to make sure you don't just immediately dig down to the bottom. Yeah, technically you can jump him over one space.
Yeah, but there's no geyser.
Yeah, no, you can't get him out of a spot like that. You can't move him upward unless there's a geyser.
Well, that blows.
At least it doesn't cost anything if you lose, and you can retry again easily.
tell which way he's supposed to go, though.
It's usually somewhere near the bottom, from what I remember. He'll keep going until he hits the spot.
Well, hope it's here.
I mean, this is the same spot you got stuck last time.
No, it's on the other side of it.
Oh.
Don't tell me, it's all the way over here, isn't it?
I think it might be.
Why doesn't it have a better indicator? How much?
That's all trial and error.
Where'd he... Oh, come on.
Oh, he's... I should get up after a moment.
Fuck. But I can keep going the other way soon in a moment.
Yep. And it's not like he's gonna fall anywhere or get hurt or down there. Plus, you can dig down through those blocks too if you need to. Yeah, I think it's either here or past here. I don't remember.
God damn! What the? Fuck this. Fuck you. That one's not fair at all. Think I need to get a technique for this?
I think you use bombs for that, but I'm not sure.
I tried.
I'm
I'm guessing it's some sort of super diggy hole power.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I do not remember offhand.
Fuck you! Yeah, that minigame sucks. I don't like the diggy hole. You're an idiot. Go through the Torii gate. That man is stupid.
Yep.
Swimmy, swimmy.
Yep. Doggy paddle your way up.
The cutters are creepy.
Yeah, they really are.
And they're dead now, too.
Ah, you fought them.
Yeah, completely annihilated them.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, looks like these people actually were monsters.
Well, they were gonna eat the sparrow.
Yep.
They also wanted to eat the dog.
Mm-hmm. Creepy couple.
Kite really is invaluable for finding the goodies.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's nice that you can so easily switch between the two. Woo.
Also, I find it interesting that Orochi is only the beginning.
Yeah.
This game is a hell of a lot longer than people think initially.
Mm-hmm. They build Orochi up to be this big final boss of the game, when you're talking about him, but he is just the beginning. And honestly, I love that because it never loses the plot despite that.
Now, keep in mind, not everyone's played through it, Techno. Like, I had it spoiled for me years ago because I watched my sister.
Yep. That's why I didn't avoid them despite the fact that they are a very fun boss.
So, when are you gonna get VR? You gonna get it when you move out?
Honestly, I'm actually hoping to. I'm figuring after I get a proper job, and I get settled. We want my first paycheck things.
Yep. I really want to drag you into that, and we can, and I know the Vulpix that you can go for.
Oh, one of those one models you sent me, right?
Yes.
thought so.
Also, you'll be able to come to the fun little events.
Yes. Would be nice. I
I'm
mean,
not
I know
sure
I
if
could
I'd make that your first day in VR, though.
I mean, I'd be tripping over my own 2 feet if I was to do that. I'm sure I'll just take some time to get, the feel of the place down a little bit first.
I'm guessing this is not bomb or power slash. I'm wondering. I think maybe it's an enhanced power slash.
Yeah, I think it's level 2 or 3 power slash. I think there also might be an enhanced bomb, but I don't remember offhand.
Yes, there's things on fire in here.
Yep.
Yay, timing. So what headset you think you might go for?
Hard to say, though I have looked at the Oculus a bit. Sure, it means Facebook, but
Well, if you're gonna go for that, wait until the Quest 3's out.
fair enough.
Because it's around the corner.
I can work with that. Like, don't get me wrong, I despise
Well, there's the
Facebook. I
Pico,
know the
but
Oculus is
you might want to
bad.
wait a generation for it.
Never heard of Pika.
Pico.
Pico.
Pico
Oh,
Neo.
that one. Might have to look into it a bit.
Also, yeah, we know. The Deckard is what it's going to be called. It's going to be Valve Standalone.
Ooh.
This is a mermaid token thing.
I think it's just a regular full heal, honestly.
Funky.
Yeah. I don't remember why it's put there.
So when's your move out date?
Not certain yet, unfortunately. It could come at a moment's notice.
Oh, it just depends on when your friend's ready?
Mm-hmm.
I take it you
When
don't
they're
have
ready,
too many
I'm
things you're
ready.
taking with you then.
Not too much, honestly. Basically boils down to my clothes, my consoles, and me. Oh, and a few small keepsakes.
You know, it really sucks. I wish I could have so many more of my friends with me. But I only have so much space.
I understand that feeling completely. But yeah, I trust this guy pretty much with my life. He's proven to be very good of a friend.
That's good to hear, honey.
Mm-hmm. Plus, there's some other people that I know that are in pretty desperate need that he's, well, amazingly committed to trying to help after me.
Yeah. Another member of our community here, Reaper, is moving to my state soon.
Oh, wow.
And once I move into a bigger apartment, he's going to be joining me.
Oh, awesome. Hope things go well for you two.
Like, I've come to the point where I just really kind of enjoy having the little family I have that's just been growing. Like,
I admit-
honestly, we can't afford to live on our own these days. It's simply
Mhm.
not realistic.
Unfortunately true.
Not to mention, monogamy economy? What?
Yeah, no, I ain't taking up a spouse anytime soon. I know that for a fact.
Well, you
Or
don't
probably
need.
never.
That depends on you. You don't need one.
It's true, yeah. I've learned the lesson from other people of marrying for money. That's a mistake.
No, marry because you like spending your time with someone. In fact, you don't even have to
Absolutely.
marry. You can cohabitate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. If it turns out that you need that to... That's good, Techno.
Mm-hmm.
Wah! Silly T-Fox.
He is good bean. Oh my goodness, yes. I want solar so much. Me and some of my family tried to get for this house, but one person in the family very much dislikes solar.
Why do they dislike solar?
In his words, it's too much money.
Oh, here's the thing. You have companies that are willing to go ahead and pay you to the ability to put it on your house.
Mm-hmm. I've told him that and he doesn't believe it.
Is that your dad?
Yep.
I think he's a clueless old fart. Sorry.
Oh no, don't feel sorry about saying that. You're entirely right.
Yeah, I just feel kind of bad talking about people's parents that way, but then again, with the way things are these days, most people just don't give a shit. I just kind of try to read the room first, but from what you're telling me, it's like you're probably not going to care.
No, not one bit, trust me. I've long since stopped trying to convince my parents of a good
Yeah, that's
idea.
why you look into the Doppler patterns. Hit birds, cause air turbulence, and they're a nuisance made by city folk. Actually, it's an amazing thing for people who live out in the fucking country.
Mm-hmm.
You live
Where
out
I
in the
live.
fucking boonies? Get some
Yep.
solar panels. Get a wind farm.
Mm-hmm.
You abuse that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else you gonna do? Have fucking cows there? You think the cows are
Exactly.
gonna care if there's a couple wind turbines? No.
No. Yeah, like I've told my father, oh, we should get solar panels. He's like, oh, you have the $10,000 to spend on it, and I've told him, actually I do.
And they looked at you like you grew a second head, didn't they?
Oh, he did that, and then he told me he'd chase off anyone I called here.
He's just
And
stupid,
then,
I guess.
and then he made good on that promise.
Because you tried to?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm guessing he's also a MAGA person, too, isn't he?
Surprisingly enough, no. That's the crazy part.
So he's the kind you'd expect to be, but isn't.
Exactly. It's one of those weird things where, like, they hold all the views of the other side, but disavow them at every single turn. Yeah, definitely techno. Oh, he's one of those
So
people.
basically, he doesn't like to consider himself that way for, like, some sort of reason that it would look bad or something.
I guess so. I've never truly understood it.
Tech pad goes too fast for me. Well, I guess he doesn't want to meet the orcs, especially when they paint their vehicles red.
Why do red cars go faster? Because the orcs believe they do.
I'm actually trying to think of what kind of other armies I'd be interested in messing around with just to paint. By the way, what do you think about the fact that Henry Cavill is wanting to do the Warhammer thing with Amazon?
I say to him, good luck, my friend, you will need it.
Well, here's the thing. They're putting him in charge of it. And he was the one who was trying to keep the Witcher book, the Witcher show, more faithful to the books and the games and things like that.
He's got the right motivation. I'll give him that.
He's also a huge fucking fanboy of it. I think he has a Custodes army.
Okay, that will help immensely.
Hey, that would be still good, T. Just you wait, though. It'll end up on Forge World. You know? Oh, it's the last one! No, I wouldn't know, T. Keep in mind, I am very new to Warhammer.
The deepest of rabbit holes.
The thing is, I think I've actually seen all the current lore videos for Warhammer on YouTube.
Damn.
I think I watched all of them.
That's really impressive.
Let's go say hi to the priest.
Yep.
The thing is, I think I'm probably going to finally pull the trigger since I've put away enough money that I think I'm going to be at least comfortable doing the con. I'm probably going to pick up that airbrush that I wanted.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering what you were trundling along for. Like, well,
Mm.
what?
Yep.
I know that I kind of am interested in looking at the Tau because their aesthetic is cool. So if anything, I'd want to do something that's more for probably from Commander Farsight. Because he's a badass, and he doesn't deal with the ethereal brainwashing. Gold dust.
Ah, yes.
Now, the thing is, orcs would also be funny, but that takes... I'd have to get to the point where I'm comfortable doing better kickback. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Also, apparently, though, if I wanted to have a full 2,000 point army for under $500, I could go with either Grey Knights or Custodes. Question is, T, is it appropriate to actually paint Custodes something other than gold? Like, is that a thing? Like, here's the thing. I don't know the typical things for that. Oh, they do? Yeah, I know they're my models, but I don't want to go too far out there. Hot pink Custodes!
Gosh.
No, no, not just hot pink. Like, coral pink. With a little bit of pearlescent look.
Oh dear.
Oh god, remember the Hello Kitty orcs? God. That was so weird. Could also do trans flag orcs too.
Oh gosh.
The orcs don't care, they'll do whatever the fuck they want. Besides, I don't think anyone really discovered what the quote-unquote gender of orcs is, because I'm really sure it doesn't matter at all. I don't think they really have a gender.
Yeah.
They're just orcs.
Mm-hmm.
And they want a good scrape is what they want. Wah. Boing, 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 boing.
Thank you.
Our gender, they identify a... Well, here's the thing. I think orcs identify as a conflict.
That is perfect.
Wah, wah. Oh, jeez. Someone just posted a picture of Max in a Minecraft minecart, and it's so silly. That's a gig. That's worth a giggle. that makes me smile.
There it is.
Oh, by the way, looking meme land spicy, just so you know.
Oh no. It's off the check. Let's see.
I posted some cringe there.
Oh no. Milan spicy. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. Go way up. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, you silly bean. Oh yes, someone got too drunk. You need the sake.
Drank all of the sake. Of the sake.
Yep.
All of it.
Every drop.
You had fun with that, though, didn't you? Oh god.
Ooh.
That was something else. I don't know, Foxter. Oh, Susano, he put the boulder there?
Uh-huh.
Wait, he's stronger than he thinks.
Yeah. That shadowy figures you saw at the beginning of the game, that was him.
Gods would not leave me be, ever they stared down at me. They let it be known I'd never be forgiven. At least not until I slew the dreaded Orochi.
Yep, the rite of sacrifice, which always happened on the full moon.
Hello, Kazuma. What's up? You know what? If anyone can get Orochi shit-faced, it's gonna be her. Oh, cool, Kazuma.
Ooh.
Wow. It's about time I started working on this game, though. Really is. Well, Susano's too stupid. And honestly, I think Susano in the actual myths was also a bit pig-headed, from my understanding.
That is accurate.
Doing great, Kazuma. Nice to have you drop by.
Hmm.
Wow.
It's funny because in Okami, then you go back in time and you find out his descendant Nagi is literally just exactly like him.
Well, here's the thing. Those who have a call to action aren't necessarily always who you'd think would be the best fit.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on how you rise to the occasion.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool, Kazuma.
Ooh.
It's amazing how the tone just changed so fast.
Yeah.
And the art style
This
still
game-
works for it.
Mm-hmm. It'll give you mood whiplash hard.
I'm looking to pick up, within the next year, I want to get a new main PC setup. I'm going to just move my current GPU into it. I want to get a, I want to pick up a Obsidian 1000D case and fit it with a nice motherboard, CPU, all the memory, everything else. I'm potentially wanting to think about getting a good enough specification that I can do virtualization and just run my main OS as Linux and just virtualize anything else I need. That's what I'd like to do. Save complete.
Yee.
Onward to adventure!
Here we go. To the moon cave. Well, exactly go far.
Here we go.
Yep.
He's riding a wolf side saddle. That's interesting.
That is unique.
What?
Whoa, then. Goodbye.
Hey, bitch! Fucking hate the mole dudes.
Yeah, those are nasty, honestly. They stay underground a lot of time, only come up if bombed. You can flat out block some of your attacks, too. Plus, their shockwave hits you if you're on the ground at all.
There we go!
Get
Huzzah!
a nice shot of his butt as you come in half.
But yeah, it's kind of funny that if I finish this game on stream, it'll be the second game that I didn't finish as a kid that I've done on stream.
Oh.
And I find that amusing and kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like showing a blind experience. Well, not completely blind, but still.
Well, the thing is, I never beat Jack and Daxter, and I did that on stream.
Wow. Oh, dang.
But yeah, Kushi's a hell of a lot more brave than Susanoo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm gonna take this thing on with just my sake.
And there's Waka!
Yep. Man with a literal lightsaber.
Oh, cool.
Oh. I actually didn't know about that one.
Some half-baked Hoshi isn't going to be enough. think Hoshi's a monk, right?
I think so. Like how Amy's just pawing at the barrier.
You're useless! Well, keep in mind, Amaterasu is really not at their full power.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
oftentimes in stories, deities can't manifest their full power on the mortal plane.
Mm-hmm. I do believe specifically in this one that they say that faith in the gods is an all-time low, so all of the gods are kind of weakened.
Yeah. If I recall, this dungeon was a bit of a pain in the ass.
It definitely can be pretty difficult from what I remember. What do you think? Whee! They even just owe you a radish. Yep, this area I remember was very rough because there's not much in the way of safe spots.
Well, keep in mind, I have all my health replenishing things. I have Infinity Stones. I have the brew. I have just a shit ton of goodies.
That'll definitely serve you well.
And the thing is, I'm probably not gonna need them.
Most likely. Especially since you're using the beads as your main, you're able to replenish your barrier pretty easily.
Ow.
That's right.
That means I'm gonna get the fire here, I think.
Yep, I believe you do find it in this place.
From a rooster, I think. Or is it phoenix?
specifically.
I think it
Yep.
represents the zodiac a lot.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. Oh yes, that's right. This is your first encounter with black imps.
Was that supposed to be hard?
Easily the toughest of all the imps, but they're still an imp.
It's a dumb shit, is what it is. Like, you dumb fuck, you think that's going to be a problem for the popper? Mask.
Oh yes, you get to make your own demon mask. Hope you got a good design. Artist. Oh my god.
Fucking stupid! Oh, I forgot about this part! Wait, did somebody make theirs a dick?
I could believe it.
Or a wait, strongest shape, you mean triangle.
I remember I put a feather on mine. Yep, and now you go running around with that on your face. Wow, imps are really freaking stupid. I wonder what one would think of a dog wearing this.
They don't get What is...
Yep.
No, that wasn't a 3. I tried to make one of those throbbing vein symbols,
Oh gosh.
but I failed.
Yep. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, they just immediately think you're an imp just because of the paper.
Like, get in there and help! To the
Once
moon,
again.
Amy! Oh god, this is so dumb.
Imps are extremely stupid. Yep. I love this game.
Honestly, though, I think that the dragon just does that as trying to have a gesture of power over people more than anything. Because why would a
Absolutely.
demon need to actually eat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that depends on your folklore.
That's true, yeah. Demons in Japanese folklore, I remember, do actually usually need to eat like everything else. Same for gods, actually, truth be told.
Because I can't bloom those.
Hmm. It might be that you're not
Dude.
close enough, because usually when you can't bloom something, it'll show it rotting.
May as well trash the place.
I mean, you're already planning to kill its owner. Hmm. What's wrong with it?
Anyway, I'm in fruitcake. What? I'm in fruitcake. God damn it! Oh my god! I think it's funny how they turned this into some bizarro quest hub.
Yeah. It's the last thing you'd ever expect in an enemy base.
I get the feeling he probably kicked him in.
Most likely, I wouldn't be surprised. Freaking imps. I do love how the keys are like arrows, and how the locks freak out when you get close with them. Spider dog, spider dog.
We have to get creative with this one.
Yep.
Ooh. Kaboom! This looks boom. Is it boom? Okay, no boom.
Unfortunate.
Way. There we go.
Very well done.
Boom.
Yep.
Ogre liver. Fresh liver.
Mm. Yep.
But yeah. But
Right.
once you're away from home, I do want to drag you into more things though.
Of course. I'm sure I'll be a lot more free to do so then, honestly.
Wah! Oh no! Oh no! Ah!
Uh-oh.
Doggy go melt.
Well, whoops.
Oh, it sucked my yen away because I had to
Yeah.
heal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got that, Matt. I got all those early because I knew how to farm the claws a lot.
Those are a very useful ability to have on you.
I also have the magnet. Really just want it. I don't want the health. I want the ink pots. They're more valuable.
Yeah, the ink pots are very much more valuable.
Because bosses and enemies don't generally hit you that hard, to be honest.
They hit a lot harder later in the game, but yeah, in most cases, not too big of a deal. Again,
Also,
especially if you can keep the barrier up.
are the Wasteland games any good?
Hmm.
Because I heard it's kind of like a spiritual successor to Fallout. I'm kind of curious. Would the same magic that Amaterasu is using be considered like the magic similar to an Omnyoji? Is it drawing, or is that focused more on the talisman aspect? I forgot.
That's a good question. That does seem pretty similar when I think about it. Although I don't claim to know too much about the second of those.
I don't have fire yet, so I can't really break that open.
I don't remember or for sure, but I think you might actually have to break the bridge and fall through.
Alright, so let's just go zoom across it.
If I remember correctly, yeah. Oh, I guess it doesn't break that easily, huh? Maybe you don't. Huh, maybe I'm remembering wrong. Oh, no, it does.
Alright, it might have been the point of it.
Yep.
You know, I could imagine a cleric using a rosary as a whip.
Oh, yeah.
In D&D.
That would be really cool, honestly.
Oh, I know what I need to do.
Yep. Pretty simple when you think about it.
Huh.
Well.
Interesting.
Hmm.
You know, I'm gonna have so many exorcism slips at this point.
Gosh, yeah.
I could probably just spam them and completely wreck something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bitch!
My gosh. I often forget how powerful the rosaries are.
They are super powerful.
Yee.
Also, keep in mind, the funny thing is, the earliest things I actually focused on were increasing my wallet and getting another celestial pouch.
Dang.
You know, the thing that everyone likes to make vor jokes about.
I was gonna say, yep. I mean, let's be honest. We know what it is. It's not a pouch.
It's a stomach.
Exactly.
For all the snacks.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Well then.
Well, how do I get in there?
I believe you either have to purify it through some other means, or you have to come back from one side. I don't actually remember though.
Because it doesn't exactly give you a good view down there, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any of those flowers to jump to.
Hey Max, what's up? Welcome to Strem.
Working on stuff. Too tired.
Yeah, you're up late.
Think, yeah, I just finished a few things here and there. Blah.
Blah,
It
blah,
was.
blah.
Alright, gotta check a few more moderations shit, and then I'm gonna call it quits.
Blem.
Will lick.
No. Kabonk.
Oh, that's right. I think you used the middle thing as a what was it? As an elevator.
So, why is it gonna be a Sunday night?
Because that's when I have the Halo thing open. That's when I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Re.
Ah, oh, you want to be disturbed? Okay.
No.
Headbutt.
Dunk.
Another Icarus update. What's this about?
Go figure. It was something as simple as this.
Yep.
Let's see.
God damn it!
Meow.
Jump doggo. Oh.
Too early.
Bark. Bark.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna close these up and get ready for bed. Good nights.
Bye bye.
Night.
Huh. Bitch. Haha. Just gonna line them all up and
Yep.
lickety slash.
Ah.
Frozen lips.
Oh yes, that's their first appearance.
I heard these ones are obnoxious.
All the wheel type enemies are very obnoxious. Because you can't quite beat them the way you think. And this one you flat out don't have its weakness.
So I just have to attack it when it loses its aura.
Yep. You have to time it.
Well, that wasn't bad.
Yep. First encounter ain't too bad if you're careful.
The thing is, I hardly ever end up eating into my health with most of these.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely more difficult if you're trying to use the reflectors.
Yeah, my sister thought I was weird for using the rosaries that way. but I found them always very effective. They really like the
Bro.
swords, though.
Oh, the swords are hard mode, in my opinion. They deal a lot of damage, but they have a long windup and they leave you very vulnerable.
And my sister used them almost exclusively.
Dang, that's impressive. There you go. The Phoenix with the pipe. Yeah, I use almost exclusively the discs since they're in the middle of the road. That and the counterattack they have on their secondary use is actually brutal. Yep, the Phoenix with the pipe. Ah, here we are.
Ba 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 ba. Oh, that's a glitched graphic for that. One of them's going faster than the other.
Yeah, it is.
But only when I angle up.
Weird.
Imp Express.
Yep. Ah, here we go.
Chewy lips used as an ingredient.
Yep.
Well then.
Yay. Someone liked wax lips as a kid a little too much.
I hate that I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, you remember those.
God, that was stupid back then.
Oh, yeah. I hated those things, truth be told.
Let's see. I think it's going to be time to go ahead and perhaps find someone to raid.
No worries.
Wah. Let's see, who can we go with today? What am I looking for? Who does the streamy thingy? Where is a good dork? Is there anything colorful like this, too?
Good question.
Ah! Here's a bean playing as a Switch game. I'm gonna go boop the Frost Wolf.
Good option there.
I'll let the ads play out. And no gummy lips. Bad. No. No cookie. Evil. Naughty. So let's see here. You want to see when we go live? We have the Twitter and also our little Discord community where we have lots of game nights and other things and people chatting all the time. So, we're going to go ahead and drop in on Frostwolf 300, who is playing Mario plus Rabbids.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Wait a minute. Are they even there?
Oh.
Wait a minute. Yeah, they are. Twitch is just being a bastard. Here we go.
Figures.
Let's raid them, and you guys have a lovely time, and I'll see you next time. Next week.
Yee.
Here we go.